One of the leading universities in South Korea is preparing future diplomats, translators and managers to strengthen cooperation with Kazakhstan in Kazakh. This year, Hankuk University of Foreign Studies in Seoul celebrates 20 years since the beginning of teaching South Korean students the Kazakh language. The first students who learned Kazakh back then are now teaching it to a new generation. Darren Isagulov will share the details.
The idea of establishing a Central Asia department and offering Kazakh language courses to Korean students emerged in the 1990s, said Dulat Bakishov, former ambassador of Kazakhstan to South Korea, and now a professor at Hankuk University of Foreign Studies in Seoul. In 2004, this university became the pioneer in South Korea to introduce studies on the Central Asian region using Kazakhstan's state language. Professor Bakishov attributes this decision to the pragmatism and forward-thinking vision of the university's leadership.
Korea has interest in developing its international relations, finding new markets. It is very important for Korean businesses to find export markets. So, main reason, I think that it was economic reason, and since Korea has embassy, many institutions, businesses present in Kazakhstan, there is a need for qualified people, trained people with certain skills, including language skills, to be present in Kazakhstan.
Here, future diplomats and translators delve into the politics and economics of Central Asia, while also immersing themselves in its literature and language. Dr. Chu Yeon-min was one of the first students of this department. She quickly mastered Kazakh and today teaches its grammar to new generations.
Frankly speaking, when I began learning Kazakh, unfortunately, we didn't have Kazakh-Korean dictionaries. We only had Kazakh-Russian or English dictionaries. With their help, I started studying the language at university in 2005. In 2007, through a student exchange program, I studied in Kazakhstan and practiced the language. I knew the grammar, I had a vocabulary. I just lacked practice. That's why communicating with people on the street was very difficult. In Korea, as you can imagine, there was little opportunity for communication practice, so I must admit learning the language was not easy.
After 20 years, the situation has changed, said Professor Chu. Over the years of independence, the role of Kazakh in Kazakhstan has significantly strengthened. New teaching standards, as well as the abundance of Kazakh content, make it easier for Korean students to acquaint themselves with the language.
The first lessons for beginners, I start with an introduction to Kazakhstan from the map, where the country is located. What is the population of Kazakhstan? Your country is multinational. I think this is where we should start lessons. As we are a mono-ethnic country, it is necessary to highlight our differences. Of course, I mentioned your Q-pop. In this aspect, your countries are similar, and I think this best reflects the current changes in Kazakhstan.
Language is one of the bridges for cooperation between countries. Diplomatic relations between Kazakhstan and South Korea were established back in 1992. Seoul ranks 6th in terms of investment volume in the Kazakh economy. Mutual cultural and linguistics exchange is foundation of a strong partnership, Professor Bakishov said.
Why I came to Korea, to this university, because I think that very important to have educated people with proper narratives, proper goals to develop bilateral relations. I see that Korea is need for knowledge and professionals who can train young Koreans to work in Central Asian states, including Kazakhstan.
This year, Hankuk University has another anniversary, 70 years since its foundation. The university played an important role in the reconstruction of the country after the Korean War, producing numerous leaders and diplomats. And as you can see, some of yesterday's students are already working for the benefit of both countries today. Darren Isagulov, New Time.